My name's Mike. I spent 11 years in the United States Marine Corps. During my time in the Marines, I handled a lot of weapons, and I think the Second Amendment needs to be rethought. In the Marine Corps, we are trained to only fire our weapon to kill. We were trained to kill on behalf of our country with the M16 assault rifle. Literally, the only difference between an M16 and the civilian variant AR-15 is that the M16 has the ability to fire in 3-round burst mode. The AR-15 is only capable, without modifications like a bump stock, of semi-automatic fire. That means you have to pull the trigger every time you fire a round. That means the unmodified AR-15 isn't technically an assault weapon. Although that may seem like semantics, it's important. It means an assault weapons ban might not touch the gun that's been used in Parkland, Sandy Hook, Orlando, Las Vegas, and many more, unless lawmakers get more broad about the definition of assault weapons. When our founding fathers wrote the Second Amendment in 1791, the most dangerous weapon someone could own was a musket. An 18th century musket has a sustained rate of fire of 2 to 3 rounds per minute. Compare that to a modern day AR-15 sustained rate of fire of 45 to 60 rounds per minute. If you see where I'm going here? Regardless, these weapons are built with the idea that they're going to kill someone, another human being one day. They're not meant for hunting game. There are specific rifles that are better suited for that. They're not meant for home defense. If you're going to defend your home, you need something less cumbersome, meant for close quarters combat. Trust me, a semi-automatic .223 caliber rifle isn't the best choice for that job. Weapons like the AR-15, combined with a high-capacity magazine, are used to hunt people. They are specifically built with combat in mind. Why in the world would a private citizen need such a weapon if not to kill people on a mass scale? That's what we use them for in the Marines, and that's what people are using them for now. In schools, in nightclubs, at concerts, mentally unstable civilian gun owners are murdering people. Our government refuses to do anything substantial about it. Which brings me to my next point, mental health. This is another subject I am all too familiar with. As a veteran who came home from Iraq with severe PTSD, I was put on a cocktail of medications. Some of those medications I was given had black box warnings that said the drug carries a, quote, increased risk of suicidal thoughts or actions. What they don't tell you is that sometimes these thoughts are projected outwardly, and the medicated individual actually becomes a threat to others instead of himself. I can't begin to tell you how many times a VA doctor has asked me whether I think I'm a threat to myself or others. If I had a gun back then, I wouldn't be here to talk about this today, because I was a threat. A gun would have made it that much easier to act on my feelings. If you look at many mass shootings in modern history, they have at least 2 things in common: a semi-automatic weapon and psychotropic medications. I'm talking about Columbine, I'm talking about Fort Hood, and I'm talking about Las Vegas. Whenever there's a tragic incident, people from the president downwards often say it's not about guns, it's about mental health. The truth is, the problem isn't one or the other. We need to deal with both. Now, I know Americans are proud of their country, and I know they're fiercely protective of the Second Amendment. But the Second Amendment shouldn't apply to weapons that are built with the intention of doing a massive amount of harm to as many people as possible. I'm proud of my country too. Like the president, I took an oath to protect it, and I served, handling an assault rifle day in and day out for 11 years. Some of my fellow veterans might disagree when I say we need more controls, when I say that no civilian needs a weapon like that. I say more power to them. We all serve for the right to disagree, but I stand by my words. All in all, our country is in a bad place right now. We're as polarized as ever, and the gun reform debate isn't making things any better. I'm not sure what the answer is. There are so many things in the mix, but I know one thing for sure. It's not more high-capacity rifles. The government needs to take a long, serious look at everything from how our politics is financed to the mental health of its citizens, and figure out what's more important: the Second Amendment, or our right to live without fear of being shot where we stand at Walmart one day. The first duty of our government is to keep its people safe. That's why I served. It's time for the government to step up, now.